There are reports Russian surface-to-air missiles are being offloaded in Crimea, and the Ukrainian army is essentially helpless. Caught in the middle, Crimeans from all ethnicities who are waiting in fear about the uncertainty of this vote. Our Paul Johnson has that story from Crimea's east coast. Paul?
Robin, despite opposition from diplomats at the UN and countries like Canada and the United States that say they won't recognize it, this referendum is going ahead tomorrow. And with the media here having been taken over by Russia and gangs of armed men beating people who oppose rule from Moscow, it seems there's very little chance this vote is going to be anything else but one to join Russia. How would you feel about an election where these guys are in charge of security? Pro-Russian Cossacks drilling today in the Crimean Peninsula, preparing for their new role as members of the Crimean Defense Force, outfitted with their traditional whips, which they've been using to lash and intimidate people who've protested joining Russia. A spokesman for the Self-Defense Force says in every city, at every polling station, our militia will be there. So if a yes vote to join Russia seems a foregone conclusion, what will that mean? We travel to the historic resort city of Yalta, where the peninsula's lush mountains meet the Black Sea. In the summertime here, you'd normally see cruise ships arriving in this harbor from Italy, from Germany, and tens of thousands of tourists flying in from all over the West. So the big question now is, how would a Russian takeover affect this critical tourism industry? Well, businesses here are gearing up for the tourist season. Operators tell you no one really knows what the political situation will mean, though some suspect business may be cut in half. On the seawall here, we met Olga. The situation is tough for her because she wants to join Russia, but says she gets a lot of her income from tourists coming off of those ships. She hopes Russians can replace any Western tourists who stop coming. But like so much across the Crimean Peninsula this weekend, that is one of many unknowns. And there's some late-breaking news tonight about a new Russian military operation, apparently this one just across the border, actually inside Ukraine. This involved several dozen soldiers backed up by helicopter gunships. Apparently they were seizing a village where there's an important natural gas distribution hub. No one was hurt, no shots were fired, but this is important because this may be the first incursion of Russian forces actually inside the borders of Ukraine.